Hello guys, now in this video I am going to discuss our chi-square test using exponential method. So I have taken here one simple example. The time in minutes required for 30 different employees to compute and record the number of hours worked during a week are given in this form. So there are 30 employees data and their working hour is respective. So problem statement is saying that use chi-square test to check that hypothesis is following our exponential distribution at the level of significance percentage given as 5%. So alpha will be 0.05. Now here we have to implement our exponential distribution to check that this data is following our chi-square hypothesis using exponential distribution or not. So for proceeding to the solution part, first we have to take some assumptions here. Number of interval I have taken here k, and the critical value I have taken that 9.49. So n is given as 30 and k is given as 6, and critical value I have taken as 9.49. Now let x be a random number variable representing service time of employees. So our respective hypothesis S0 will be x follows exponential distribution, and x0 will be x don't follow our exponential distribution. Now we have to check that this data is following our exponential distribution or not. Okay, so for proceeding, first thing we have to calculate that what is the mean value. For mean we have to just do the summation of xi's, that is we have to add these record values and just we have to find out what is the total sum of these values, and which is equal to 39.3, and n is 30 as defined in the question. So 39.3 divided by 30 we will get 1.31, and as in exponential distribution the parameter of mean will be 1 upon this x bar, so it will be 1 upon 1.31, so we will get 0.7634 value of lambda. And now as k is given as 6, so respective probability for all defined interval will be 1 upon k, that is 1 by 6, that is 0.1667. so expected frequency will be E of I will be n into pi, as we know that this is a standard formula we use here, and so the value will be 30 into 1.6, so respective value will be ei is equal to 5 for I values. For all I, that is for all interval, we use the fixed expected frequency value, that is 5. Now so as the data given in the question is not in organized in the interval form, so for that we have to make this in interval form. This we can do using a simple formula. I have already discussed this in previous video. To calculate endpoint value of class interval, we use this simple formula. Ai is equal to minus of 1 upon lambda ln 1 minus I into p. So here as ai is given as 5, so ai we have to find out the value of interval in 5 intervals: ai, a2, a3, a1, a2, a3, a4 and a5 and so on. So for the first defining interval a1 will be, if we put here the value of lambda as 0.7634 ln 1 minus I as respective I value is 1 and p will be 1 by 6, so this give us value 0.2388, and same we have to do for a2 will be minus of 1 divided by 0.7634 ln 1 minus 2 into 1.6, 1 divided by 6, so we will get 0.5311, and for a3 also we can find out the value of a3 and a4 and a5. So here a1 the value of a1 gives us that what is the interval value of limiting value of first interval, that is 0 to 0.2388, and for A2 we use 0.2388 to 0.511. So this is the second interval value, and for third 0.5311 to 0.90480. okay, and respective for A4. And now we have to use these intervals, int values, and represent the frequency of the given data in the tabular form. Basically what we are trying to do, पहले अपने को इनमें से ये जो डाटा अपने को दिया गया है इसमें से अपने को इसको कैटेगराइज करने के लिए अपने को इंटरवल डिफाइन करना पड़ रहा है कि लाइक वी हैव टेकन दैट 5 intervals are there. So for that we are trying to define the interval limits, and now we have to find out that how many these records lies in one particular interval. okay, so here the thing is same. If we see that here I have defined that what is the class interval, that is 0 to 0.2388. So where this comes 0.2388, this is the value of A1, and this is the for second interval A1 comma A2, this is this is the A2 comma A3, and this one A3 comma A4, then this one A3 A4 comma A5. so this how I have defined the interval, and now we have to observe that how many records above lies in 0 to 0.2388. so here I have already calculated that is 7 record lies. so I am trying to show you that it is 0 to 0.2388. so here 0.02388. so for that this one lies 1 record, and 2 record, 3 record, 4 record, 5, 6, and this one is 7. so this how we have to find out that is how many records lies in a particular interval. okay, so here 7 record are there, and for second interval respective 5 record, and for third interval 4 record, and for respective fifth interval 9 record. okay, so as the observed frequency for each interval is fixed here, we can see that observed frequency here is already fixed for all I. this one is fixed, so we don't need to find out this again. so now we have to implement our chi-square formula that states that observed frequency minus expected frequencies with a square divided by expected frequencies. so when we do the this one 7 minus 5 and square and divide with 5, we will get 0.8, and respective again we get 5 minus 5 will give us 0, so no need to calculate further, it will be 0, and this will be 0.2, this will be 3.2 and 3.2 respective. We can calculate these values of chi-square for each interval respective. okay, now here just we have to calculate that what is the total sum. observed frequencies will be the summation will give 30, and expected frequency summation will give 30, and total summation of chi-square value will give us summation will be 7.6. so this one is 7.6. now we have to calculate that what is the degree of freedom. so the formula is used here, k minus s minus 1. so s is 1 here. so as the interval we are using that I have taken here 6. so 6 minus 1 will give us 4. so degree of freedom will is 4. now this is a very important step. in this we have to go in the given question that level of significance given as 0.05 and degree of freedom I have calculated just above is 4. so we have to here check the parameter value, that what is the chi-square value in the table of at the level of significance 0.05 with respect to 4 degree of freedom. It will be 9.49. So as the chi-square calculated and given in the table, uh, this one, so calculated chi-square value is 7.6 and given tabular value is 9.49. So this value 9.49 is more than our calculated value, that is 7.6. So we will accept our hypothesis, and that is our data is following our exponential distribution. So our chi-square test verifies the exponential distribution technique in the given data. That is, the above question statement given in this form is accepting our hypothesis that this data is following our exponential distribution. And now, so basically this is the whole process how we can find out our exponential distribution test technique in chi-square test. So you can see here I have discussed these things in step-by-step form. So thank you very much guys for watching this video.